Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another episode of Rune News. I am your host, Ryan, and we are finally free from the subathon. Thank you to everyone who came by and showed some support. I appreciate it greatly. 23 days of non-stop live streaming. It was a lot of fun. I'm grateful and am humbled by the community for supporting me and allowing me to be live for that long in the subathon. I was suffering fucking heavily, but I hope that you guys had a good time regardless, and if you missed it, bad luck. Maybe I'll see you there next year. More importantly, however, Jagex has dropped one of the most anticipated updates for the year, Araxxor, a brand new Slayer boss coming to the game that requires 92 Slayer, but we'll be diving into the details on that in just a moment. I have a warning and an alert for you people out there now in the game, and that is that do not start skipping Slayer tasks as soon as the update starts, because Jagex has a history of making big mistakes here, and you are likely to not get a refund if they have fucked up. For example, 3 weeks ago, there was an update that the Perilous Moons gear was coming to LMS. It's been 3 weeks, they haven't touched it, they haven't said anything, they said it was in the games on 3 weeks ago, and it's still not in LMS. They just haven't fucking put it in. So it would not surprise me if this update comes out and Araxxor isn't actually on the Slayer task list from any Slayer Masters yet, and people are just spending Slayer points and wasting their time. No refunds, no rollbacks. However, I have a solution, and I will be live the second that the update drops. We'll be live on this channel. You can come by, you can check it out, and if you see me with an Araxxor Slayer task, then you know it's safe to do so. Don't waste your points beforehand. I'm happy to sacrifice my points for the good of the content, for the community. That being said, there's still 2 giveaways that have not been claimed from the subathon. Please check your emails to see if I've contacted you saying to let me know so I can ship this shit out to you, get it out of my house. And now that that's all out of the way, we can finally look at the information that Jagex has for us today for Araxxor, which leads me to one very important question for you to answer today in the comment section down below, and that is simple. How many points do you have saved up to start skipping for Araxxor Slayer tasks? I have 2,000 myself personally. Couldn't really get any more because I'm going dry on the Venator bow, but that's what I've got. How many points do you have? Let me know in the comment section down below. Like and subscribe while you're down there. I'd greatly appreciate the support because 100k subs by the end of the year would be fucking perfect. My name is Ryan. You've been watching Rune News, and you will now continue to watch Rune News on Rune News right here at Rune News on Rune News. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Araxxor has finally made its way to Oldschool RuneScape, and the design of the boss looks beautiful. Now, Jagex hasn't gone into too much detail here on how to fight the boss, which is convenient because it makes it for a good surprise. And like I said, as soon as this video is uploaded, I'll be live on this channel right here fighting Araxxor. So if you've got any questions or you want to come by and backseat game me and get headbutted, you're more than welcome to come by to the live stream because I'll be live right here on this YouTube channel. And then I'll have a guide uploaded later in the evening on how to kill this boss. So if you missed the live stream, you're going to know how to kill the boss regardless. Basically, Jagex recommends bringing melee gear, runes to cast vengeance, potentially a mage or range switch, anti-venom potions, and a bunch of food to get you started. The Araxxite nest is between Sleep and Versinhaza, which is the Theater of Blood place, right? I'm pretty sure. It's where you go for night at the theater, apparently, in that little cave there. I think the fastest actual method to get there is the Hellet Sepulchre, and then you take the rope over the wall. So if you've got Hellet Sepulchre teleports, that's a great place to go. You don't actually need to progress the Night of the Theater anymore as well to access this place. It's just Priest in Peril. So 92 Slayer, Priest in Peril is all you're going to need. Now, they've let's have a quick look here. They've got a video if you want to watch the blog, if anyone gives a shit. For a quick crash course, explosive Araxxites explode when they get close to you, just like in Theater of Blood. Mirror back Araxxites will absorb and reflect damage that you deal to Araxxor if they're next to you, and acidic Araxxites will spit acid at you and explode to leave behind some permanent acid tiles on death. It turns out, well, it seems to me that this boss fight is going to be the most intense Slayer boss fight that we have so far. Throughout the fight, Araxxite eggs around the room will hatch periodically and unleash acidic, explosive, or mirrorback Araxxites. If you're able to handle these spawns, then you'll see a faster kill on average. You can even manipulate some of them to make your kills faster. Alternatively, you could spend some time destroying the eggs for an easier fight, slowing the kills down or resulting in slower kills. So 2 choices: kill the eggs, then fight the boss, or let the eggs spawn and have a faster fight on the boss, but you'll take more damage and have greater risk. Sounds like you've got multiple ways to fight the boss. The combat tasks are going to be good fun as well. Sounds like it's not going to be a simple count to 3, click, move, Hydra bullshit. As you get more familiar, you may find a middle ground where you'd like to break some eggs in advance for your spawns, but don't want to deal with. We're looking at you mirrorbacks, but leaving a few potential spawns around. Finding a balance that works for you should come as a natural consequence of learning the boss, and we expect you'll be absolutely zooming through tasks in no time. So looking forward to this. If you want the task, you have to see Neve or Duradel. Kona does not give this task. If you're looking to get through the Araxxor task even faster, there are a number of spots where you can take on the smaller Araxxors in multi-combat. However, you'd like whether that's praying AFK, Venator Bow, bursting and barraging, or incorporating a dwarf and multi-cannon into the mix. So there's a multi-combat area for Araxxors for the slay task if you want to speed it up. I'd imagine that they won't they won't give not all the drops that Araxxor gives, but you might be able to get, say, parts of the halberd or maybe the necklace piece. We're not sure. And they've even got a superior Araxxor, even bigger and badder. So superior Araxxors, that's fucking huge. God damn. Alright, cool. So, more imbued heart chance. Probably going to be the second best imbued heart chance behind the Hydra, I'd imagine. Should be above Drake, so that's fucking massive. For the rewards, we know the rewards. Check out the pet. Check this little boy out, sorry. Ugh. Every single woman that plays this game is going to wet themselves for that fucking pet. They already did over the Phantom Muspar, and this pet is even cooler. The helmet looks fucking sick. Gone for the helmet. Halberd looks dope, but if you got a scythe, it's probably a bit of an L drop, but still sure to be worth a fair bit of money because I believe it sits below the Sorry per Axe but above the Blade of Saldor. Now, the jar looks sick too, so we'll continue through here. We know the rewards, we've been through them before. The halberd looks great. The areola boots give you a little bit of mage and range increase in damage. I do wonder, however, how good these boots will be in places like Venenatus or Spindel, so that's going to be interesting to check out soon. The Noxious Halberd looks great on paper. The special attack is going to be very niche, but we'll just see how it goes. It's going to be kind of like the bludgeon where you need to receive each piece and the pieces are untradeable. And then we've got the Amulet of Rancor, which is massive when it comes to accuracy and a decent strength bonus as well. I don't have my fucking my Amulet of Torture yet, or even a Torn Bracelet, because I'm the driest Iron Man in the game. So kind of hoping I don't get this drop too early. That'd be kind of toxic, but still, you're going to need, I believe, 80 crafting to make it with an Amulet of Torture. It gives plus 10 to all melee accuracy bonuses and plus 2 strength over the Amulet of Torture, which is very juicy. And that's about it for Araxxor so far, until, of course, you come to the live stream and we start smacking it. We've got the Summer Summit reminder. It's September 7th. And other changes, there is no mention of actually putting the lunar items into LMS still. They still, sure. I mean, I get Araxxor's a big update, so they don't want to, they probably haven't got a whole lot of changes going on here. And it's just full of garbage. And Oswald's no longer has LMS, which I didn't go to LMS this week anyway, because I'm a fucking disappointment. But that's it for the Oldschool Runescape update this week. But do not stress, because there is still some good content and some GE advice leaning into the Araxxor build here that you're going to want to pay attention to quickly. So give me 2 seconds to explain why RS3 is dog shit, and then we'll move on to the Grand Exchange update and start killing Araxxor. RuneScape 3 has Araxxor. Oldschool RuneScape now has Araxxor. Well, it will do in about 20 minutes time. Oldschool RuneScape's version of Araxxor is way better than RuneScape's 3, and it's not even in the game yet. Mostly because RuneScape 3 is fucking dog shit. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Grand Exchange segment for Rune News. Now, this week we got the anti-venom potion. Now, anything on the likes for Zoroscales has been shooting the fuck up in price, as you can see, because of Araxxor, and that's because we got a new potion coming to the game. I believe it's called the Anti-Venom Plus. Now, I could be completely wrong on that title, but this is going to basically take Anti-Venom Plus to the next level, give you more venom resistance, and should be useful inside of this boss. So if you've invested in these potions in the past, good job. The Zoroscales have been keeping the prices nice and high. It's not bots being banned. It's literally the release of Araxxor that has been carrying this shit to the finish line. If you made money, good job. Now is not the time to be investing, however, because these are going to drop back down to a decent point within the next 7 to 14 days. So save your money if you're looking to invest. But if you do need to buy some, obviously, you're going to have to use them regardless. So just don't do it to try and triple your profits. It's not going to happen anymore. Next, we have the Crystal Armor Seed. Now, this is because of a more botting controversy. People think, oh, bots are being banned, so the Crystal Armor... No, it's not. This is a misunderstanding, and people only understood at this point where it drops off because your boy comes out with the facts. And that is that the Crystal Enhanced Weapon Seed has been going up in value, not for the Bofa, not because of bots, but because there is anticipation that Slash is a weakness for Araxxor. We don't know yet. We're about to find out. So the Blade of Saldor was going to be the next best thing if you couldn't afford a Cypher, a Soul Reaper Axe, which were easily at least 4 to 15 times the value of the Blade of Saldor at the time. So that's why the seed was going up. People realized their mistakes, Armor Seed's gone back down, and they're going to drop back down to the usual 6 mil mark not too long from here. It was also just because the seed was going up, so people were buying Bofas because of that, or at least getting their hands on Bofas, trying to farm Bofas, so the Armor Seed would naturally go up with it. But now that Araxxor is here, we should see these dropping very soon, so Crystal Armor will be now more affordable once again. Speaking of Araxxor hype, the Scythe is up, and likely going to stay up. 1.5 bill is a very healthy sign for the Scythe. This is 3 times its value of what it was, like this time last year. Scythe's looking good. It's going to start going up. And even if it's slash or crush for Araxxor, it doesn't matter. It's going to happen. It's going to be useful. It doesn't matter. This, almost certainly, I'm willing to bet will be best in slot in Araxxor. Could be wrong. But I'm willing to bet this is the fucking play within that boss, provided you have the money or the funds. So best of luck for those with a Scythe. And finally, the Mole Slippers are slightly starting to bounce back here. Now, there are new boots coming to the game that people are going to want to test out, especially in the wilderness against spider bosses and trying to learn Theater of Blood by fucking up the web skip somehow, which isn't learning, so I don't recommend taking those boots in there. But people are they're playing around with different boots at the moment. So Mole Slippers are chilling, which means this is a prime and perfect time to start investing in Mole Slippers because they're just under $1 mil, and they're easily going to be about 30 mil, roughly, by this exact moment, this time next year. Mark my words, or unsubscribe to the channel. So 30 mil next year per pair. Get yourself some Mole Slippers today and become a rich cunt tomorrow. My name is Wade Green. This is Rune News, the grand exchange segment for Rune News. Have a good night. Our first Iron Man moment for the week goes to Tony, who's an actual Iron Man for once this week. Now, conveniently, he actually took a break from Oldschool Runescape recently, took some time off, went to Thailand, got pegged by a few Asians, and what do you know? He comes back to Oldschool Runescape and gets peg Asians once again. So he can't escape the feeling, he can't escape his true calling, he can't escape what he loves most, and that is Oldschool Runescape. Congratulations, Tony, on peg Asians, and also on the Pegasian Crystal. Our second Iron Man moment for the week goes to probably not an Iron Man, Infinity Dope, getting a 3rd Age full helmet in a Master Clue Scroll, which is awesome. I would not take that shit off for the world. That's awesome. Sick looking helmet. And finally, we have an Iron Man, a group Iron Man, no normal Iron Man, by the name Pogzora, getting the Ultra Vestige at 118 Vardovis KC. One hell of a drop that you're going to want to get nice and early, in Vardovis specifically, so good shit, congratulations. And now I'm going to go kill some Araxxor, so come by to the live streams right here on YouTube at King Condor. Don't fucking miss it. Subscribe down below, and have a good night, everyone. Thank you very much. This is Rune News, signing off at Rune News. My name is Rune News, you're watching Rune News, and this is Rune News. This is the easiest room in the raid. It's quite simple. You got a big boy. Look at him, goddamn. Fuck me, look at that boy.